roll-on, but a new clear, clean formula that glides on. Just turn up the amount you need for effective arid protection, so you can get a little closer. New Arid Glide-On, clear arid protection that glides on.
Lynette Reed took her love of candles one step further. She turned her passion for candles into profit with her very successful company, Illume. Lynette has always been passionate about candles. She started her business 4.5 years ago, and it was a challenge.
Your business is called Illume.
It's called Illume.
And the story that amazes me is how low you went before you...
Yeah, it was pretty low. I was working 3 jobs, didn't quite know what I was going to do. Basically maxed out my credit cards, sold everything I had, bicycle, television, clothing, furniture, and started a little store.
Now wait.
Yeah.
That's why I want to know. Why did you start a candle store?
Well, candles is my passion, and I feel like if you're going to do something, you've got to do what you love. This is one of the hottest new items on the market. These are bath splits, and what you do with these is you throw them in your tub, and they start fizzing and bubbling and dancing all about your tub, throwing off wonderful aromas that will scent not only your bathroom, but your whole house. And on top of it all, it will leave your skin feeling extremely nice and soft.
Today, she has one store, a mail-order catalog, and a factory where over 30 candle makers make the beautiful variety of candles that are shipped across the country. Here, they're molded, poured, wrapped, packaged, and shipped.
And it's so nice to have you here. That was such a fascinating film.
Thank you.
You photographed beautifully also, my dear. So now you're going to show us how we can actually do some of this in our kitchen. And
Yes.
Okay. Well, we usually use the kind that they have, you know, for canning, then put it on the top of your jelly.
I try and get a better quality than that, something with a higher melt point. If you do use something that isn't like the best quality, as this sets, you're going to get that deep dip in the candle. Now, if that happens, that's really not a big deal, because what you can do is wait till the candle's totally hardened, so give it overnight, and then just take the wax and top it off. 3 years after starting the store, it's been almost 4 years, I started manufacturing our own line, and all the candles except for the tapers are our own line, and I now sell
beautiful.
everywhere from New Zealand to England. When I started the store, I wanted to create a place that when you walked into it, it felt peaceful, that you felt good, that it smelled good, that it looked pretty.
So candles are all the rage.
They're all the rage, and the thing is, they're making candles so much larger, bigger, and where to put them?
Katie.
Yes. Giant, right?
I mean, come on.
But isn't that beautiful? This is an Illume candle, and it's a great candle.
And they look really pretty. The
I think
texture
so
sort of.
too.
Lynette said that the time came when she was too old to model and was tired of waitressing at the Whiskey.
Yes, I was
there?
in a cat suit.
In a cat suit?
Well, not with ears, but, you know, leotard.
Cat suit worked for me and it's okay. That's right. But you know, this is what's fascinating. Some people at the bottom stay at the bottom emotionally. Right. You were at the bottom, I'm sure, at the Whiskey, and yet somehow you pulled yourself out into this. So what was it that propelled you?
I'm really stubborn. I'm really stubborn, I'm really determined, I'm really opinionated, and when I have an idea, I'm going to do it. And that's really the key. So I sold stuff. I sold all my jewelry. I had an ex-husband who's a painter, and I had a couple of his paintings, so sold those. Sold my television, my bicycle, my coffee table. Every weekend, my landlord would laugh because I was on the front yard with my roommate having yard sales, you know, selling my clothes, until I came up with $12,000, which I thought was a huge amount of money, you know. It is. But you know, in life, you take the chance, you go for it. If it doesn't work, then you do something else.
You know, this is very interesting. Two women today saying the very same things. Lynette Reed and Dee both saying use the negative stuff to make something positive happen.
Absolutely.
We'll be down there shopping.
Great.
I'm coming to it. The shop is Illume, and she's in Los Angeles.
If you're sitting at home with a passion of your own, why not do as Lynette did, turn your passion into profit?
You have to really believe in what you do. Well, you have to be a bit stubborn with things. You have to put it as your priority. You don't have to have an MBA, don't have to have a lot of money. You just have to be creative in how you do things.
Squeeze lemon to the soothing smell of an orange tree in bloom. Nothing satisfies the soul like the fragrances of nature. And when you add those scents to the intoxicating charm of candles, you might just create a blossoming new business.
Just add a couple candles and it really does change things. It changes the mood, it changes the whole feeling. It changes the environment by changing the light. I've always had a kind of a candle addiction. I don't like regular lighting.
Lynette Reed, founder of Illume Candles in Los Angeles, California, is a strong believer in the power of a candle. 6 years ago, Lynette opened one of the first all-candle specialty shops, where she began creating her own unique illuminations.
I did it in the spare room at home, and I would make candles at night and then pack them into the car in the morning and bring them to the store and sell them from the store. And then I started selling them to other stores in Los Angeles, and then that kind of spread.
Her hard work paid off. Today, Illume produces 15,000 candles daily. That's a business that's worth over $15 million a year.
I like coming up with combinations that aren't out there with everybody else's line, and just things that are unique and interesting. I also like blending things together that you wouldn't normally think of to go together.
Often chosen for their emotive qualities, Illume's evocative scents are trademark.
I think the sense of smell is it's a very personal thing. It can evoke memories and just times in your life and things that were important to you. And sometimes it brings back memories to me that I'd completely forgotten about. We like to use a lot of food scents or food-related scents because I feel, food is a real comfort.
Even healthy foods provide inspiration for new scents, like citrus.
Straight citrus on its own is very refreshing and very clean. And when you start blending it with other things, you can really kind of change it or enhance what citrus does.
Lynette's latest creation, Pink Vanilla Grapefruit.
It is probably going to be our most popular candle. It's a kind of a salmon color, and it just smells unbelievable. It's very citrusy, but then it's kind of rounded out with the vanilla.
Lynette's scents are designed to transport, inspire, and stimulate. Often she translates her own travels into creative and exotic candles, imparting the essence of adventure into her art.
One of our new lines, the Temple Scents line, came from a trip to Bali that my husband and I took. And we did a lot of spa when we were there. We like getting massages. And the combination of oils and just the smells in the air are what really that whole line was created on.
An Illume secret? Pairing vibrant scents with equally opulent colors.
The pomegranate I probably like for two reasons. One, because the way it smells, and also the color. I love the color. I love rich, deep colors. I also love the gardenia candle. It's white, and as much as I like rich, deep colors, I also love things that look pure and clean and simple.
Lynette works with a team of specialists to develop her signature aromas.
That's really good. I don't like something to just smell basic. I like things very complex and sophisticated. I like things that are very blended.
Once the scent and color have been decided upon, the labor-intensive process of hand pouring each candle begins. Pallets of hard wax are broken down and melted in large boilers. A careful combination of color and scent are added to the liquid wax, pitcher by pitcher, to ensure consistency. This mixture is then poured into candle molds that have been set with wicks. Each candle must go through a time-consuming 3-step hardening process. Once the wax has hardened, the candles are removed from the molds and sent to the finishing department.
When you're pouring a candle, the top is the bottom, so the bottom needs to be cut so that it'll set, you know, without wobbling. Any seams that might be there from the mold are taken off, and they're labeled, and then they're pre-packed, and then they go to shipping. You do get what you pay for, and I think that people are beginning to learn that. It's like wine. You can buy a $5 bottle of wine, or you can buy a $25 bottle of wine. There's going to be a big difference, and it's the same with candles.
A small price to pay for an amazing transformation.
Candles are just such a really very simple, very quick, very easy way to transform a room. Just by the act of turning off the lights and lighting a couple candles, the whole mood and the whole energy of the room can be so easily transformed. You can sit and, you know, look at the flame of a candle, and it kind of makes you think and reflect and slow down, and I think that's something that we all need today.
Those grapefruit candles are sensational. Now here's Style.
I want to welcome you to the Star Search Little Theater. It's here where we showcase our acting talent. I'll introduce you to them right now. Our current leading lady champion is Rhonda Lee from New York. She's into the semifinals. She has 2 wins.
Hi, I'm Rhonda Lee. I'm so excited to be here with Star Search, and I'm going to be continuing on to the semifinals and hopefully on to the finals for $100,000. I've been interested in acting all of my life. I spent a few years, though, just traveling and trying to find myself and what I really wanted to do when it was right in front of me. It was always acting. And so here I am. I hope you're with me through the semifinals and on to the finals.
The challenger tonight is Lynette Raskin from San Jose, California. Our leading man champion is in the semifinals.
Hi, my name's David Cowgill. I'm a semifinalist in the acting category, and this is about the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me in my life, except, I think, winning $2 in the California lottery. Other than that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm 6 foot 3 inches tall, originally from McAllen, Texas, now residing in LA. I have been here for about 3 years and was invited out by some relatives here in California just on a whim, and I took them up on that and have been here ever since, and I'm looking forward to the semifinals and the finals and hopefully the $100,000 grand prize. I hope to see you there.
His challenger is a young actor from New York, James Weatherstone. Okay, you've got all the names, you've got all the parts. Now, those are the members of tonight's cast. Here's the scene. It'll be divided into 2 parts. The champions appear in part 1, the challengers taking over in part 2. The setting is a very nice apartment. The doorbell is ringing as the scene opens. Again, here are champions Rhonda Lee and David Cowgill in part 1 of The Abduction.
I'm coming.
Hi there, pizza guy. Did you order a pizza?
No, I didn't order a pizza.
Yeah, well, maybe this will clue you in.
No, I didn't order a gun either.
No, this is no delivery. This is a takeout. You.
What? Wait a minute. You don't deliver pizzas.
That's right.
What, are you a thief?
I'm a kidnapper.
A kidnapper? Well, who are you going to kidnap?
You.
Me? What do you want me for?
Well, you're Elaine Nelson, right? I mean, your father is Nelson Industries?
Oh, you want Daddy?
No, I don't want your daddy. I want you.
Well, how flattering. But I don't even know your name or anything.
That doesn't matter.
You certainly can't expect to kidnap me without introducing yourself.
Steve.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hi, Steve. I'm Elaine. It's nice to meet you.
Hey, look, I came for a kidnapping, not a date, okay?
Well, maybe we can work them both out. I think we'd make a great date.
I hate dates, but I love money. That's why I'm holding you for $1 million.
Wow, Steve, that is so sweet. Do you really think I'm worth that much?
No, come on, cut that out. This is strictly business, get it?
Well, Daddy always said the best business is run with a little pleasure.
I don't care what Daddy said. Now get your coat. We're going to my hideout.
Oh, do we have to go out? I have champagne and munchies.
Look, what is this, a kidnapping or a party?
I love it when you talk rough. Oh.
Thank you, Rhonda and David. All right, the scene continues a little later with the same roles now being taken over by the challengers. Here are Lynette Raskin and James Weatherstone in part 2 of The Abduction.
Is he there?
No, there's still no answer. He's the richest guy in the world, and he can't even afford an answering machine.
Oh, he's probably still out on the yacht. Steve, you're a bundle of nerves. Stop pacing and sit down for a minute.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I am kind of jittery. Now, look, don't try to pull anything funny. I've been planning this heist out for months. I'm not going to let anything get in the way.
But I want to help you. I think you're a very nice guy.
This is crazy, and so are you.
How long have you been in the kidnapping business?
Well, not long. As a matter of fact, you're my first.
You know, you don't look like a crook. More like a dentist.
Oh, thanks. I think. Does your father have a phone on that bucket of his?
No, but there are other ways we can get in touch. Do you have any pigeons on you?
Oh, maybe we ought to forget the whole thing.
No, you can't do that. Not after all your planning.
Yeah, you know, you're right. I have been planning this gig for a long time.
Ooh, you sound so professional.
Tailing you. Seeing where you go, who you see. You know, it's a lot of work.
Why didn't you ever just come up and say hello?
Now, what kind of a tale would that be?
Steve, do you think I'm pretty? Professionally speaking, of course.
Oh, yeah, you're okay. I mean, yeah, you're cute.
No, you're cute. And the fact that you're a crook makes you kind of dashing.
Oh, you think so, huh?
Maybe after the kidnapping we could, get together?
Oh, what, so you can turn me in, right?
I don't want to turn you in. I want to turn you on.
I don't think it's a good idea to mix client and customer relations.
Well, I think it's a great idea.
Now we're going to have to figure out how much the ransom for my heart is going to be.
Nice work. Let's get our returning champions from the judges. Our leading lady, they give Rhonda Lee 3.5 stars. Her challenger, Lynette Raskin, receives 3 stars. Rhonda Lee, still our champion. Congratulations. Now, for leading man, champion David Cowgill gets 2 3/4 stars. His challenger, James Weatherstone, receives 3 1/4 stars. We have a new champion. And David, we'll see you in the semifinals. In fact, you both will be back here soon, all right? Congratulations. The 2 of you in the Star Search Theater again next week. Healy.
Stay tuned to Star Search 86 for the TV spokesmodel results and the exciting sounds of our vocal groups. But first, here's another message from us.